No, hey, do not be aggressive. Are you fucking serious? Where's the turban? Stop it!
You are not bringing
No, hey, do not be aggressive. Are you fucking serious? Where's the turban? Stop it!
Alright, first and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakah HaKodash. And the water Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai for allowing me to make another lesson, to live another day. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. A healthy shalom to the Ufa elect, preaching his word in true sincerity. To you ribs, teachers out there learning silence and staying in order, I say to you, all shalom. Now this clip was taken from, I believe it was like 2020 around there, 2019. Around the time where the South Africans were revolting and fighting back against oppression of colonial Britain, I believe it was. So about like, I think it was like 700, 800 years ago, Esau went down to South Africa and set up shop and basically did the same thing they did in America down there. And then those Hamites fought back eventually and, you know, are trying to take back their lands that, you know, they rightfully own. You know, in the midst of all the deportations of the Northern Kingdom, Nero, aka Trump, decides to bring some of these South Africans as refugees, you know, an asylum to live here, to put protection from people in South Africa that they were oppressing. You know, now they need protection after, you know, demoralizing and killing and pillaging the people. Now they need protection. Like, come on, bro. You know, I mean, we kind of expect that, but it goes to show. It goes to show, man, how these people really feel about you. Right? They count our lives as dung, man. They don't, you know, they don't consider the old or the young. Right? This was the curse that was put on Jake, man. But eventually, the roles will be reversed. Right? And that was why it was a nice clip. It was a nice view to see Esau getting handled like that. From all the abuse and all the BS Jake had to go through, man. But eventually Esau got to go through that and then some. And then they got to be, you know, eradicated completely, right? This is why in the scriptures it says that happy shall he be where he dashes thy little ones into stones, right? For all the nasty work you've done to our little ones, our babies, right? When they used to have the festivals, they used to knock babies' faces and teeth out with a baseball just for entertainment purposes. Right? Next, Esau, you're going to watch your kids suffer. And your wives long for their little ones' lives. Right? You will have babies and you will not be able to nurse them. Well, I wouldn't say nurse, Salaki. I don't mean to say they're not going to be able to nurse them, but because we're not like you, Esau. You know, but we will avenge our children, right, in our past lives, and you're gonna feel it because the roles will be reversed, right? And I'm gonna take us to Isaiah 14. This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, right? We need that mercy, right? The curses that the Lord put on us is heavy, man, but He's eventually going to redeem us and get us out of those curses. It says, and set them in their own land, and the strangers, right, that's the scattered Jake, shall be joined with them, right? They're gonna be scattered. They're gonna be joined with us, right, in that mercy, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Right? And that is the joy of watching that clip, because you get to see what it's going to be like, man, when Jake actually has authority over the oppressor, the one who has whipped our backs physically and emotionally and financially for hundreds and hundreds of years. And that's going to be mercy and relief and a recompense, man. You know, so the scripture says it's a righteous thing to recompense to those who troubled us. Right, and when we jump down to verse 21, prepare slaughter for his children and for the iniquities of their fathers, right? This is why we will bash their little ones, man, because they are who their fathers were, because we believe in the reincarnation. It says, and they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities. Verse 22, for I will rise up against them, said the Lord of hosts, which means armies, and cut off from Babylon the name and the remnant, and the son and the nephew, said the Lord. And I will make them a possession. Right? So he's gonna cut the nephew off and the kids, and he's gonna make them for a possession. Right? And that's what we all hope for, man. We hope that we are there to be the first fruits to receive that blessing, man, to rule over our oppressors. Right? I pray that I'm part of that number that gets redeemed for that. This is Luke chapter 1 and verse 68. Blessed be the Lord of Israel, for he has visited and redeemed his people, and has raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Right? All honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. I pray his lesson was edifying. Again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Right? And double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from. Shalom to those for elect, preaching his word in truth and in sincerity. To you ribs, to you sisters out there learning in silence and staying in order, I say to you all, Shalom.